Hey, what's up, everyone? Matt Arroyo here, and we're in the Matt Arroyo Show. And today, I'm excited. All right, I'm excited. I'm excited to be talking about this topic. I use this a lot, and this helps me stay organized. It helps me with everything in my life, how to devote family time, how to devote work time, how to devote play time. Okay, and you will live or you will die, and you will become whatever is on your calendar. Okay. The calendar. If you're not using a calendar in one way, shape, or form, you're missing it because you're going to miss appointments. You're going to miss what's important. Okay. There's an awesome quote. I think it's Stephen Covey. It says, the key is not to prioritize what's on your schedule or your calendar, but schedule your priorities. Okay. So the key is if you prioritize something, if you really find something important, I could tell you what you think is important right now. Show me your calendar. Show me your daily to-do list. Show me the calendar that's on your wall. Show me your Google Calendar, and I'll tell you what's important to you. Show me your bank account. I'll look down it and I'll tell you what's important to you. Okay. So the big question you have to ask yourself, first of all, is who or what do you want to become? Do you want to become a writer? Do you want to become an actor? Do you want to become a great father, a great husband? Do you want to become a great fighter? Do you want to get your black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu? You want to be a black belt? Do you want to become a great marketer, a great salesperson? Show me your calendar and show me that you have something scheduled on there for any one of those things that you want to become every day, or at least each week, each month, each year. And I'll show you a person who's going to become that. If you don't have that on your calendar, as much as you think it's going to happen, it's not going to happen. And if it does happen, it's not going to be consistent. All right, we talk about the compound effect a lot. The compound effect says that small changes or small things that you add to your schedule or to your routine over time, small little changes, small little things that you add, doing it consistently over time equals insane results. So whatever that is for you, it's going to be different for everybody. Right? If you're watching this, you might be a grappler. Right? A lot of people know me through jiu-jitsu. Some people know me through the martial arts schools, and we have a pretty successful school and through business. But no matter what it is, show me your calendar and show me that you have something on there. So whatever you want to become, it has to be on your calendar. Okay. If you want to be a writer, there should be a time blocked out on your calendar every single day. From this hour to this hour, I'm going to write today. Every day. And let that compound. Let that go 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 years. And now you're a great writer. We talked about this in the last podcast. Your habits and wanting to become the best in the world at something, doing something you like. Okay, this becomes real easy when you're doing something that you actually love doing. Okay, if you love writing, block out that time, put it on your calendar. Not only put it on your calendar, but make it like it's the most important meeting of the day. You cannot miss it. It's only with yourself and your desk and your notepad and your computer, whatever it is. But make it your most important meeting of the day and that you cannot miss. This is how you're going to end up getting it done every week. Okay. Pen and paper, writing it down. You want to be a great father? Okay. We have something called Daddy Mia time, Daddy Lucas time, Daddy Emma time. Those are my 3 kids' names. We block it off in the calendar, 30 minutes individualized, each kid, every day. Okay. If you miss a day, if you've been doing it 7 days a week forever and you miss a day, it's not that big of a deal. But if it's on your calendar, you're more likely to do it. You're more likely not to put a scheduled meeting or a Zoom call or a training session or a work in that. That's your block with your daughter, with your son, with your kids. You want to be a great husband, a great wife? Block out a date night. At the minimum, block out a date night once a week. All right. My wife and I, we either do Wednesday during the day. Okay, we block out a couple hours during the day and we do some fun stuff together. Or we do a Friday night. All right. We'll go out to dinner, whatever else we feel like doing. But we do that every week. Okay. Block out family time. You want to be a good family man, good husband, good wife, a good mother, block it out. Oh, it's so, no. Okay. You want to be a good husband, good wife. You guys want to get intimate more? I'm not saying put that on the calendar. Like we're going to have sex at 4 o'clock. That's kind of ridiculous. Although I do know that some people do that, but at least block out. This is our, mom and dad time, Matt and Nat time, whatever your wife's name is, your husband. That's our time. And if something happens in that time, great. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But you block out the time in your calendar. You want to be a fighter? Good luck. You want to be a black belt in jiu-jitsu? You want to get, or at least just get better at jiu-jitsu? You want to get your next belt, your blue belt? You better block out the class times. Okay. Here at GTS, 6 o'clock to 7 o'clock, Monday through Friday. We have class. I teach Monday. You want to be a fighter? You better block out that 11 a.m. Friday at GTS where I teach the MMA and I watch the sparring. Better block that out and you better not miss it. You better be on time. Okay. If you want to do these things, if you want to become what you want to become, you have to put it on your calendar. And don't just do it in your mental calendar because you'll forget. Okay. You'll forget these things. Do not rely on your brain. Do not rely on your brain because your brain will not remember things. We are so bombarded with different distractions, with different appointments, different people, different meetings, different little files in our brain, in our life, especially if you're a little older, you have kids, 30s, 40s, 50s, whatever that age bracket for kids. And now you don't only have your files, you have their files, their school, their activities. And if you have multiple kids, this is too much to remember, guys. Stop trying to do it on your own with your brain. Get a calendar. We have this enormous calendar. It looks like a poster, and we put it in our kitchen. And every month we knock out the whole month. Birthday parties for the kids, extracurricular activities, our date nights we block out. We block it all out. Every time we pass that calendar, we know. You know how much better you sleep when you can do that each night and just look and be like, okay, this is what I have. And I'll go over what else we do to make sure we don't miss anything. And we don't miss anything. Rarely are my wife and I thinking, oh crap, what was that we had today? No, because it's right there. It's right there. So make these important things like appointments you will not miss. You cannot miss. Okay. All right. Part 2. Hope this really hit home. Let me just actually show you what we use. So there's things called, there's a Google Calendar. Okay. You can go to Google, type in Google Calendar, pull that up. It'll send you emails reminding you of these things. There's Apple calendars on your phone. You can do that. And you can share these calendars as well with spouse, kids, whatever. There's a physical piece of paper. Okay. I got my famous green paper that everybody always makes fun of me for, that I've been doing for the last 15 years. It's foolproof. I have my to-do list of the things I need to get done, the top priorities. I have a calendar right here. Okay. 2023 calendar. Okay. All this stuff for the whole month, next month, the whole year I do in the beginning of the year. Google Calendar, I put everything on. I have, you may think I'm crazy, but I don't miss stuff, guys. I have one of these bad boys where it blocks out everything. Okay. This podcast I'm filming right now is because it's right here on my calendar. Okay. I'm not forgetting. I'm going to make it every time. Okay. So you don't have to do all these things like me. I'm a little obsessive with it, and I want to make sure I get to the appointments and I don't miss anything and everybody gets what they need and everybody's happy. But even if you just did one of those, all right. I watched all these videos about, young men these days. And I feel like an old person saying this, you young men these days, I'm 40 years old. I remember being 20, 21, 22, 23, 18, 19. I remember not being as responsible as I am now, but doesn't mean I didn't try. Doesn't mean, your brain's not fully developed till 24. So anybody under 24, I give a pass until they hit 24. And then there's no excuse. I hear these girls on these Instagram videos calling these guys man child. They can't make appointments. They set a date with a girl and then they don't even show up. Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot. They legit forgot. It's crazy. Women don't want that. They want a man. They want a real man who has their crap together. At least as they get older, they do. In the beginning, it's whatever. But yeah. So No excuses. Get stuff on your lists, create it. Anything you want to become, put that in. Reading. Oh my gosh, you should have reading blocked out. 30 minutes minimum. If you could do an hour a day, you're going to be ahead of everyone. Everyone that your age, your bracket, whatever, you're going to be ahead because nobody does this. A very small percentage of us do this. Read books. If you could block out time for listening to awesome podcasts like health podcasts and success and investing and whatever it is you're interested in, whatever your craft is, listening to podcasts on it is great too. It's like reading a book. It's a little more entertaining than a book. All right, then part 2 of this whole thing is become an actor. And I'm not saying, try to be in the movies and do all that, but become an actor. When I say that, now that we decided what we want to become and we put it on our calendar so that we can use these little increments of changes and additions to your calendar of these practices, and we become that person over time. The second part to that is to act like that person you want to become. If you want to be a black belt, what does a black belt look like? How do they stand? Well, you're looking at one. How do they talk? How do they walk? I'm just picking black belt. If you want to be a fighter, how do they walk? How do you want to be a millionaire? How do they walk? How do they talk? Do they bite their nails? Do they look down when they talk at you? Do they give a limp handshake? I'm just trying to think of examples for you. You want to become, someone who's completely ripped. How do they look? How do they walk around? What's their mentality? Do they ever talk negatively about themselves? Are they self-deprecating? Are they start looking and seeing and then you become an actor? Act like them. Act like you want to become. Whatever that is for you, act like it. Pretend. There's all fake it till you make it. And I partially agree with that. And this is the part that I partially agree with. Pretend to be that. Okay. Act like the person you want to become. And guess what? You're going to create a habit pretending to be the person you want to become. And after a while, you are that person. That's how it works. You will become that person. So fake that till you make it. So adding it to your calendar, getting the steps each week, each day, family time, date night time, wife talking time, whatever it is you want to become. You want to become a good, good Christian. And you need time for the Bible, time to pray, time to reflect on yourself. You want to become a monk? You want to become a Buddhist? You want to become, someone who's like a Zen meditation? You better have 20, 30, 40, 50 an hour of meditation per day, because you have to become great at this. And over time, you'll add up to 10,000 hours. And that's what you'll become. That's your destiny. And it all starts with the calendar, because don't rely on your brain. That's the biggest thing I can tell you is people are like, oh yeah, I got it. And then they're like, oh, I missed it. I missed the meeting. And I'm just like, you guys see me with this freaking green paper every day? No, but that's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed this. And again, if you want to connect with me, go to mattarroyo.com, check out all the stuff I'm doing, and we could work together in one way, shape, or form. But if not, then just keep listening every week to the Matt Arroyo Show, and subscribe. I'm putting these also on YouTube, so make sure you subscribe on YouTube, Matt Arroyo MMA. All right, take care, guys. Peace.